Welcome back. This is why you need to start acting like the person you want to become. If you want to become a millionaire, if you want to become a billionaire, sell a company one day, be a better person, it doesn't really matter. You need to start acting like that today. You need to start putting that into motion today because, dude, I want to tell a story. It's more my younger self. Maybe I'll make a separate video on this and really go deep on the how living frugally. But dude, I remember like knowing by the age of 16 that at some point, I didn't know how, I didn't know when, but at some point before like 30, 35, doing whatever, I would become a millionaire. I didn't know exactly what the hell I was going to do or what my options were even at that point, but I was just trying shit, right? And I think a lot of people get into too lopsided of one. Like when they want to get rich, they want to get money, they think of jobs, they think of caps on their own time. I'm going to get 3 jobs, I'm going to go to school, get this degree because that's what, rich people do, and it's obviously the exact opposite. And then I know a lot of people that think too hard, which is good. You need time to ponder, you need time to just do nothing, but at the same time, dude, you really need to start taking action. That's what I think that the big thing is, and that's where a lot of people fail, is you need to do this little ground of both. You need to start thinking like the person you're going to become, but then you need to start taking these little small actions, and this is where a lot of people fuck up. You're going to do these actions and you're not going to see any reward of it, and that could be paying for someone behind you in the drive-thru. That could be just learning sales and communication, and then not making a sale for 6 months sometimes. Like you're gonna have to become this person if you really want to succeed in life. That is just what I've noticed from my experience. Maybe it's not like that for everyone, but I have personally seen it firsthand happen in my own life, where it's like, dude, it takes like I think a solid decade, a solid 10 years to like really entirely change your life. I mean, it can from 0 to 360, but you could change a lot of things in your life in a year, in 2 years. You could really change your identity. You may not see the fruits of that labor for a long time. Some guys do, some women do, but I don't think it's very, very likely. I think it's a lot more likely if you give yourself a longer time horizon, you're going to succeed that much more, right? So that is just what I've noticed from experience. That's what I've seen firsthand. It's how I've made a lot of my wealth. It's how I've developed as a man, as a person, and I think like too many people are too lopsided on one way. So it's like, what actions did I take as a 16, 17, 18-year-old? Try shit. That is step one. You have to try everything. Try making YouTube videos. Try building fake websites. And honestly, this is so much easier. I know it's like when I was back in my day, back when I was a kid, it's like, it kind of is that way, but it's also not. We had the internet. I had like Wix. I had, YouTube, which is still amazing, still an incredible platform to grow on, but I didn't try enough. I didn't, really persist as much as I probably could have, and that's what really screwed me up long term. So I want you to learn from my mistakes. Just constantly try something. After you turn off this video, go do something, dude. Go start a Facebook ad that you just run up and it's fake, and if you've got to do some demi test dollars and spend $50 on it and just see what happens. See if you get any leads, see if you get any conversions, right? This is all stuff that you can self-teach, and it's only getting easier to learn with AI as well. So I think that's the biggest thing, is just throwing stuff at the wall, see what sticks. It may not stick for a very, very long time, but you only fail when you actually give up. And not just in entrepreneurship, but honest to God, in life, right? Like I know it sounds gay and I know it sounds cheesy, but it is true. It's very, very true that you only ever fail when you actually stop swinging, right? But it's like you keep rolling the dice. At some point, you have to hit a 6. There's just no way, right? And a lot of very wealthy people that I know personally, and even wealthier people that I have no idea, have no clue I exist, have done the same thing. They just keep swinging, dude. So why do you think you need to do anything different? You don't. You just need to keep trying. Now, obviously, if you keep, bashing your head through a wall at the same business model and you have tried it for 3 years, it's like, okay, I'm going to side with Kevin O'Leary here. Take it behind the barn and kill it, because it's probably not working, right? You got to do something different. You got to pivot. But I pivoted to like 8 different business models before I found the job, and then that job led me to starting my agency, and that's what made me over $2 million over the last couple of years. And then that led me to talking enough about stories with the YouTube video stuff. So you may not be able to do like info product coaching and consulting stuff, but at least have something, build it and document your journey. People love seeing, content documented, and look at Iman. Iman is a great example. Started young, he's documented his entire life, and now he's built a whole business and identity around that, right? I don't even fully agree with everything he says and does, but you got to give him that respect, right? He's earned it. So just try. There's nothing wrong with trying. Step 2, I would say, is cutting obviously expenses and cutting the bullshit and learning to become and like be frugal with your money, so that when you actually get a ton of it, you have an abundance of cash flow. What being frugal actually made me a lot easier with money. It allowed me, like when I actually got rich, when I was making 20, 30, 50 grand a month, it made it so much easier to stick through that, not blow the money, when I was building that habit, building that muscle early, right, of saving. And that's a lot of things that I think too many people get wrong, unfortunately, is they don't do enough of this. So you need to act as if you've already got $1 million. You're already worth 10 mil. You're already doing this, and you need to act and do that financially, emotionally. You know, you need to treat the money with respect. Obviously, money's not everything, but you need to have that and almost like picture your life. And that goes into step 3. And this is why I like Arnold Schwarzenegger a lot, dude. If you read his books, vision, like he had this delusional self-belief, and I've always had that. And that's why I kind of resonated, not just with, like, of course, action movies. I love Terminator and all, but all his interviews, he's just like, I literally believed that I was already there. I was already Mr. Olympia. I was already the multi-Emmy award, actor. I was already into, I think he did politics too, but he really talked about acting and bodybuilding. It's like, dude, I'm already number one. Nobody can beat me. Nobody can take this away from me because I'm already in my own mind. I think McGregor's talked about this a little bit too. He did an interview with Tony Robbins, maybe 2019 when I saw that. And he's like, I pictured every moment. It was against Jose Aldo, or I don't know his name, the shorter Mexican dude. And he just pictured that entire thing in his mind, and it happened just as it was. So you need to have a vision for your own life, dude. I want you to, like, pen and paper, that's usually what works for me, or just like physically writing something out, documenting, and being really honest with yourself. And don't like beat around the bush. I want to make money because I want to help people. It's like, okay, but really, why do you want it? Like, be selfish for a second. Really ask yourself, what is going to come from this, right? That's what worked well for me, is I would always just like close my eyes and envision what I had already had technically. It just, time hasn't caught up yet, or hadn't caught up yet. I still feel that way with the R8. I imagine these videos. Sometimes I'll watch back editing these videos. I'm like, right here, this is going to be an Audi logo very soon. There's going to be the digital dash. It doesn't even have a center console. It's very clean. I want a Gen 2, so it's very, very clean. I see the Bang & Olufsen sound system down there. I see the red diamond stitching. Hopefully it's the honeycomb stitching. If it's not, that's okay. But the Plus model, it's got all the carbon everywhere. Like, I already see these things so fucking vividly. And it's always music. Music to me, this sounds really strange. I don't know if anyone's ever, also done this. I loved racing games. In GTA, NASCAR, Forza, I would like listen to my real life music on my iPod and drive around in the supercars in the video game, because I was too young to obviously drive, and I can't fucking pull out a Ferrari out of my ass. So I would drive, and I'd be like so cool, and I'd be going so fast, and I'd have my real life music blasting. That's exactly kind of how I picture these videos. It's just like, dude, I've already got it, but time just hasn't caught up yet. And again, I get asked a couple times in these videos, it's like, why haven't you purchased it? You are from a net worth standpoint, even technically cash flow, I'm okay. Like, I could really buy it if I wanted to, but man, I just want to be secure. As you could see in this wonderful country, it's snowing like a madman right now. So it's not car season, it's the quote unquote lock-in season. I'm trying to stay focused as well, and enjoy, the liquidity of my money first, and then take a little bit of chips off the table. I'm going to turn that car into content, right? So my vision is kind of coming to reality there, where it's really cool that I get to make money for my passions and my hobbies like this. Like, that's going to be the dream, for me. And I challenge you to find the same thing for yourself. You might not like cars, you might not like business or video games, so find what you like and make your vision around that, around you succeeding with said thing, right? I think that's pretty easy to say. I think that's pretty easy to do. And I think that it's important for a lot of people to realize that and do it sooner than later. The sooner you get this done, the quicker your life is going to change and the quicker you're going to succeed. And that's just always what I found is accurate. So I don't know. I think that it's like the 3 steps. I could go really, really in depth, but it'd be more just rambling. I think you just need to set some numbers for yourself, really visualize and understand like what's going to happen. You need to really ingrain as if you're already that person, as if you're already, physically it's obviously difficult. If you're driving around a supercar, you got a mansion in the hills, you've got, 10 pretty women by your side. I don't know what your aspirations are. It's going to be a little difficult to, physically have that and act as if you already have that. But the financial stuff you could do, the business stuff you can do. There's these little things that you can just try today. You and Jeff Bezos have something on their hands, and that's time, right? You can have the same amount of at-bats that he does. He's just in a different vehicle, but you could get to that point as well. So hope you enjoyed this video. I want to see you win. If you've made it this far, I want to see you win. As always, there's no changing that. These videos aren't going anywhere anytime soon, and take it from there. So leave a like, leave a comment if you have any questions, and we'll see you in the next one.